I'm trying to get Wolfie to hop up here and be in the video, and he is not having it. And Mom's making fun of me. Ha ha ha. But he's so pretty.
Well, that's why.
But he's so pretty, baby.
So am I, but I don't get in your lap either.
Yeah, you're not allowed to either.
There you go.
Mom's feeling sassy. She had her birthday yesterday.
Yeah.
On her cavalcade of birthday dinners, she's had the KFC. She's had pizza, homemade pizza.
Yep.
Tonight she's having beef noodles. Who knows what we're having? I don't even know what we're having tomorrow.
She's trying to do me in, folks.
Do her in one delicious dish at a time. But your night is over on Wednesday.
Is it?
Yeah, because Ben has decided, and I agreed with him, that we should have those barbecued sausages.
Oh, little Smokies?
Yeah, only the big ones.
Okay.
The droid says that sounds like a plan.
They are very good. They really are. But anyway, I got my beef out of the crock pot cooling. Thought I'd take time to do the video real quick.
Yep.
We had a weekend.
We did.
Mom got all her presents yesterday. Pretty sure she said it wasn't enough, but... She didn't say it, she thought it. Wolfie didn't get no presents. He's pity, sir, when somebody has a birthday, he should get a birthday present.
At least one.
At least. I mean, he's a good boy after all. After all. He's bored. What was that? What was that? Yes, Santa Claus is still on my counter. Get over it.
And he's going to be for a while.
Well, we wanted to put him away this weekend, but the weather was not cooperative. And we have to be able to get into our shed, and it goes to mud all around it whenever it rains.
Yeah.
And besides, it got cold. We went into Kroger's. Was that last night?
Yeah.
And it was like
It was
59.
cold when you went in.
It was like 50. No, it was like 54 when we went in, and when we came out, it was like 49. The temperature dropped 5 degrees in the 20 minutes we were in that store. It's not like we were doing a big shopping. We just went in and grabbed a couple things. It was outrageous how fast it got cold.
So what are you doing with the KFC funds?
We used them, duh.
Oh, for groceries?
No, for KFC, remember?
Oh. I'm drawing blanks. Yeah, it was KFC.
Chris is having a brain fart over there.
I'm thinking about another method. I keep combining them when I'm still knocked out from work, guys, is what it is.
How was work today?
It was chaotic. Because of St. Patty's Day party. That was pretty evil during one party.
What?
I was coming back in from putting a new garbage bag in the kitchen garbage can from the snack crew who filled it.
Yeah.
So I noticed this nice new pinata they're about to let friends at for the stick, which is a plastic wiffle ball bat, which isn't as good as a wooden thing, but I doubt they'd want a wooden thing to hit it with, you know?
Yeah.
And I decided to be evil, and while I was passing through, I walked up really close to it and said, "Karate chop!" And right at the last second before I hit it, I said, "Just kidding, we'll pull it back."
Hmm.
A lot of friends were like, "That's cheating," and gasping and said stuff like that, even though I was kidding.
Did they save you anything that was in the pinata?
No, but I got
they
the snack.
suck.
I got the snack that was in the snack room.
Oh, what was it?
Homemade Rice Krispie treats, but instead of Rice Krispies, they're Lucky Charms.
Oh.
I got a huge cube of it.
That sounds very sweet.
It was. Mine was like 3 cubes
so that's
big.
his problem. He's on a sugar high.
He's got a sugar buzz.
Well,
No, it's worn off and now he's crashing is what it is.
yeah. Well, the sugar buzz was after the prank. You know, with the pinata.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
But I wasn't the only one who did not get pinata treats. It was all working for a cruise that wasn't at the party that didn't get any.
What was in the pinata? Just curious.
Little goodie bags.
Well, that sucks.
Yep.
Tell them what shirt you wore today.
I wore my Who Needs Luck When You Have Charm shirt.
It's green with a shamrock in the middle.
Yeah. Now I need a shamrock shape later on.
I was thinking about that on my way home.
Wonder if they're going to keep them after St. Patty's Day like they normally do.
Probably for at least a little while.
Yeah.
Oh. I guess we're not having a particularly Irish dinner tonight, are we?
No,
I
beef
don't
and
know.
noodles.
My Irish grandmother and Greek grandmother and mother all cooked stew. Of course, they didn't do it in the old country. They never knew the old country.
Yeah.
Yep.
We have a piece of paper in Ben's Bible. Ben got the family Bible when my grandma passed away. It went to Ben. And in it, there's a piece of paper that lists all our descendants back to when they came
Family
from
tree,
Ireland. Yeah. Through the women. Which is actually, you know, people are like, no, I didn't do the men. No, any man can father a kid. You don't know whose kid that is.
Yeah.
But if it comes out of that woman, you're pretty sure it's her child.
Yeah.
So it's an easier way to track your lineage and a lot more reliable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that the same piece of paper that mentions the burial at sea?
Yep.
Yeah.
Papa was an orphan.
Mm-hmm.
He and several sisters and brothers. And at a time when the mother was going to have a little trouble having any say, so she married this guy and didn't get him, and they ended up in homes, you know.
Oh, that's
Farmed
too bad.
out. Yeah. Long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
Uncle Bentley, and they had a brother named Horace. There was at least 3 of the boys.
Now you know where Ben gets his name. His name's Bentley.
Yeah.
Uncle Bentley was a very entertaining old alcoholic.
And it's funny because Ben has this fascination with alcohol.
You know, he can't have it.
Teach me to name somebody after an alcoholic.
Mm.
Well, bless his heart, he was nice to kids.
He loved kids, and Ben loves kids.
Yeah.
I guess it's a Ben thing.
Yeah.
See,
Sorry, I have to put it down. I
that's
can't
really
do it
a
anymore.
thing because Jonathan Bentley wouldn't let us call him anything but them.
Yep.
Ah,
Oh, anyway, so we're not having any St. Patty's Day parties or going out and hitting the bars or drinking any green beer or any of that nonsense.
Yeah.
I'm glad, though. I'm too old for that crap.
Mm.
It's different when you're 22.
very different. Even when you're 38, 39, long about 40, it begins to be more trouble than it's worth.
You know, because seriously, when I went out, when I was a young woman and I went out at 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
Unless I went like at 10 or something and hung out at a girlfriend's house before we went out. But usually, you know, you didn't hit the
11
bars.
o'clock was about the time.
You didn't hit the bars till about 11.
Yeah.
If you went in before that, you were one of the alcoholics that hung around the bar. You were a barfly. But anyway, Mom's
Anyway.
watching Lassie. She's about to put me into a nervous breakdown.
Oh, you
I
can't-
don't know how she watches this
You
show.
can't watch it and talk on the telephone and keep a line. She won't let me turn the volume up.
I will not. It's bad enough to see it. I don't want to hear it.
But then she makes me tell her what sad thing is happening to Lassie.
It's awful, and it's always something terrible, like a mountain lion ate her. Or she ended up 1,000 miles from home and had to limp all the way, and it's always something awful.
It's only 630 miles.
I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
Wolfie's even depressed. He's laying there on the floor like, I can't handle much more of
Woe
this.
is me.
Woe is me.
Yeah.
Whoa, Lassie's going to bite somebody.
Then you don't want to watch the.
Lassie
one.
just attacked somebody.
Mhm.
Which isn't something she likes to do.
Which, yeah, I was going to say, which isn't normal. And Timmy's hauling ass to catch up to her.
He's a bum that was stealing apples.
Well, Lassie, let the man have an apple. See, this show, I'm telling you.
There's one where one of the kids took Lassie to the fair. It's one of Jeff's ones. And he wanted to learn a trick that Lassie could do.
Oh,
and
yeah.
the handlers were so impressed, they tried buying her off him. They couldn't.
Uh-huh.
So they waited till he left her with Grandpa, who was too busy in the checkers game.
Mm-hmm.
So while playing checkers, not paying attention, they snuck the dog away. And after looking through the thing with the sheriff, they said we could go get the dog now. And the kid refused to go home and snuck on the truck when they were going in there and found Lassie in the cage. And it ends with the guys getting in a wreck because the kid caused a wreck.
Oh.
And they found Lassie and the two guys got arrested for dog napping. And the trick that impressed them to want the dog napper was they taught her to jump through a ring of fire, and she did it the first try, which none of their other dogs had done.
Which is not something you have your long-haired dogs do.
That is such a bad idea. I was getting ready to say, that is a horrible idea.
She wanted to impress everyone. He wanted to impress everyone at the church fair by having her do it.
Yeah.
Damn, though.
And then there's another one that was, I forgot whether it was Jeff or Timmy.
I hope you're in the mood for Lassie today.
Where there was a bad guy that was doing something bad. I forget what it was. There were two of them. And it had all the farmers up in arms. So the kids noticed that Lassie went after him in the woods after the bear cub they shot escaped. I forget whether they were archers or whatnot, but they were like shooting animals and leaving them for the buzzards to pick up. Just sport hunting without collecting what they hunted. So the sheriff was looking for them too. And so the dad goes after the guys while the wife was at home with the two kids, right?
Right.
After the sheriff comes along, Lassie already found the two of them, and she jumps and is attacking the one guy and is keeping it so he can't get a bead on her with his bow without shooting his friend. And that's when the sheriff's like, call her off. And he calls her off and puts both of them in cuffs. Every farmer in a 3-mile radius was there watching the whole thing. Because, hunting in the
Can you
woods
hit this
illegally.
fan?
What?
Can you hit the fan?
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, enough about Lassie. We've been talking about Lassie's storylines for about 4 minutes now.
But it is either heroic or pretty
So.
depressing.
There it is.
There's one story I want to slap the kid 3 ways to Sunday on, but I won't tell you that one because it's pretty dark and depressing.
Thank you. I tell you, they're not going to be happy till I'm crying. And Wolfie was up in my lap, and he was tired of hearing about Lassie, too. He said she's not pretty like him.
Yeah, she's not a girl either.
And she's a fake girl. She's not even a real girl.
You'd know it if it didn't have that long hair.
Yep.
What do you think about all this Lassie nonsense, Wolf? What do you think? Is it silly? Should we start a show called Wolfie?
Yeah.
Yeah, make you a TV star?
Yes.
Says no, because they take you picture for that.
That's right.
Wolfie likes his privacy. He is such a good boy. He really is.
He is.
Lately, he's been crawling up in bed and laying, and he curls up, you know, like dogs do, nose to tail. And he curls up with his rear end facing me and goes to sleep and proceeds to fart until he wakes himself up. And then gets up and turns the other way. Goes back to sleep, and it starts all over.
At least he doesn't curl up and spine shoot out like a hedgehog does.
I'm telling ya, them farts is worse than spines.
Yep.
Wolfie can stinker, man.
He can.
The other day I was like, what have you been feeding him? And you know what? He had the exact same thing I had to eat, so I don't know why I was wondering. We had pizza last night.
This
Yeah.
is discerning
Palate.
taste and wow. Probably.
All he got of my pizza was one pizza crust.
I think that's
He didn't
about
get
what I took of
anything
mine.
from Chris last night.
He didn't act pizza hungry at all. I'm surprised he didn't want more of yours, Chris, because yours had all the meat on it.
Yeah, I didn't save him a bite. I got so full at the last bit of crust, and just had it fridge. I was being a big pig, and I felt guilty going to bed over it.
I don't know why. Oh, you didn't do the dishes, did you?
Yeah, I did. I didn't do the pans because they weren't there last night.
Oh, okay.
Then there's the big stainless steel bowl.
You use that. That's why I thought the dishes weren't done.
Yeah.
Yep.
That big stainless bowl is just a good thing to have.
Just a handy damn thing.
You could bath a baby in it
Yeah.
if you wanted to. It'd be a little cold, but you could do it. Great big old
It doesn't
stainless
fit in the
steel.
sink right good, though.
Big old stainless steel bowl.
Large as the sink.
Larger than this thing, really.
Yeah, this thing's crappy.
Yeah, we got a crappy sink. We really do.
That wouldn't fit in our friend's sink. I know it's a big sink. It's like double the width from front to back as ours, and double the width. Like one big mini bathtub in sink form. But I don't think our bowl would fit in there either.
I can handle the width both ways, you know. It's the depth that
Yeah.
gets me.
The
It's
height
not.
of the cabinet and the depth of the sink.
Mhm.
The depth of this sink is something else, though, at our friends.
It's just a backache looking for a place to happen.
We did an experiment to see. We had everyone. No, I missed the day this happened. Everyone brought in like 15 bowls each for this experiment. That's how many bowls it could fit from bottom to top if you stack them by rows of 15, or not rows, stacks 15 by 15 by 15. If you take 30 cereal bowls times 2 and stack them in a 60 high stack, you get how high the thing goes.
Why the hell were they chasing a monkey up a tree in the first place?
It's their friend's monkey, and probably he's supposed to be watching it.
Yeah.
He rescued it from the circus.
Well, then that settles it. He's the one supposed to be watching it.
Okay, here's the thing.
He got away from him.
Don't chase monkeys up trees. That's like
That's pretty good.
chasing a piranha through the water. It's not a good idea.
Yep.
They're going to win. And his mom is up in the tree in a dress, stuck.
Because it shoved the ladder down.
Up there, he saved her with the ladder.
Anyway,
Personally, I'd have left her there. I think his grandpa would have found that very amusing.
I don't know if that's a Jeff, that's the Timmy one.
Yeah, Grandpa's not in this one anymore.
Yep.
I can't keep up. I don't want to keep up. I don't know why I talk about it.
Anyway.
Oh goodness, I've been sitting here blathering on for 20 minutes. Gotta make dinner before we starve to death.
Anyway,
You know, my
funny-
hair is still not dry. Before we did the video, it was real puffy. You know how it gets real puffy right here? That hair, this hair that's right here, is nothing like the rest of the hair on my head.
Yeah.
It's wiry and stiff.
Hey, Mom.
Like
Just a minute, I'm telling something. Like what?
whiskers.
Oh, yeah. And a little bit here, but this side is the worst. So I knew I was doing a video, and I said, well, today I'm going to do something about my hair. So I got my hands wet and slicked it all back, and you know, it still hasn't dried. And I'm sorry I did it now because I look like my hair's greasy, but look, my hair is perfectly clean. It just wet.
Yep.
So that was not well thought out. What, Chris?
One last thing on it, be holding 60 bowls tall. They're not the cereal bowls like we have in abundance. We only have one bowl that will qualify for the experiment. And it's that tiny plastic Lucky Charms bowl. That's the type of bowl I'm talking about. The very razor thin plastic one that has Lucky Charms graphic is comparable to what they brought in. So can you imagine a sink? You're going to put 60 of those before reaching the top.
Goodness. Okay, thank you for joining us. I hope you'll come back and see us on Wednesday.
Watch Lassie.
And don't watch Lassie, I'm telling you now.
Yep.
If you're going to take an antidepressant before you turn it on, I'm telling you, it's the most depressing show I think I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Something heartbreaking's going on new every week.
Every time you turn around, yep.
Surprised Timmy ain't thrown himself off a cliff.
That's dark.
Anyway, thank you
Fell
for
into a
joining
hole
us.
in a tunnel.
Yes, I'm
that
sure.
count?
He went in a well, too, I know.
Yeah.
Anyway, come join us on Wednesday, and in the meantime, try to stay warm because it's supposed to get colder, and just have a good couple days, and we'll talk to you then. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.